Hey there, Hitchhikers, mindlessbile here, and we're finally back for episode 12 of No Man's Sky. After 3 days of corrupt files on my Windows cheap movie maker thing, I've been having nothing but problems, but I finally managed after perseverance to finally narrow down 9 hours of footage into about 6 or 7 minutes for you, which took me about 6 or 7 hours to make this video, though a better part of my afternoon off here I spent on making it, so I hope you enjoy. Now, I named this planet Mu after the Japanese Tokatsu film Atragon by Toho Studios, the people who do the Godzilla films. And Atragon is kind of a part of the Godzilla series because it introduces the Kaiju Manda, who is kind of a giant serpent-like Chinese dragon who lives underwater and protects this ancient civilization called Mu, who want to rise back to the surface of the planet after long being sent down under the sea and recolonize the surface, which is, they believe, is rightfully theirs, and a very large high-tech submarine that's capable of going underwater as well as flying, that is led by an expatriate who kind of won't help out till the very end. A very good movie, very cool special effects, and I recommend it. And as well as we're on the note of Kaiju films, I also named one of the plants after a type of spinach that they named in Son of Godzilla called sorghum spinach, but I don't show plants on these videos, so I won't bother anyone with that. But Mu here is your basic kind of toxic ocean, high security, pretty nice but pretty dangerous kind of job of a planet here. I had a good time exploring it, but underwater exploration can be kind of slow as you can't run or do anything to speed up your movement. At least I haven't found any type of little tricks or glitch like the jetpack melee trick to make your character fly across land. But it really kind of, you know, once again, this is another one that kind of forced me to utilize the grenades, or the grenade action and the gun to be able to to take out the walls and everything to try to escape from tunnels and things like that, as well as teach me how to attach things to be able to breathe forever underwater as long as I had zinc or titanium, which being on a planet completely filled by hostile sentinels, every time you kill them they give you titanium, so it kind of matched out. You know, it's like I wouldn't have been able to have enough fuel to breathe underwater if I wasn't being constantly attacked by the sentinels. Now, as far as animal goes, we had some pretty cool animals, but just not enough fish animals. The cutest here would be the mini Mu, the two different species, and what I like to believe is the female species, which is the next one here with the kind of like pink polka dot sail and the little kind of pink head crest she got. But we really didn't have a lot of fish. I mean, all we had was one fish, which is the SNEEDLE-FISH, and we had the Mu mammal, which is a kind of a sea otter, sea mammal kind of animal, but I was kind of overall disappointed. I was kind of hoping for some cool jellyfish things, and just like everyone else, I'm really hoping for something big underwater, a big whale or a big shark. You know, the whole kind of thought of being down there, slow, not being able to do much of anything other than to defend yourself, and something big coming up and getting you is something I'm very much looking forward to, even though it might destroy all the discoveries I've made because I didn't have a chance to save yet. Note, though, there is bases underwater. They have save points, and just as well as monoliths and everything else. There's our Mu mammal there. Cute little guy, isn't he? But the planet itself, above water, of course, was a very different mixture of textures. And of course, the colors of the planets always change so much depending on the color of the saw. I mean, not the color of the saw, the color of the star and the time of the day. But we had lots of pinks on lands, lots of golds, lots of kind of lime green, which is where the animals kind of seem to trend. Because one of the complaints people had is the animals really don't do anything much to behave like animals, but they do kind of hang out in the grassy areas. Next here we have the Brundle, at least the BRUNDLE-A. Wondered if anyone catches the reference on what the Brundle is, and it's not dirty. This next guy, the other Brundle, like I said, data corruption. We lost the Brundle video. I think he was in my last video, and I just didn't bother to go through and pull out the old video and crop him back out again, so maybe it'll make you go back and watch video 11. The biggest one we had here was the Muhemoth. He was a pretty big, impressive guy, and once again, docile. You know, he didn't seem to too much like my company. I only got a quick shot of him before he ran away. The same with what I believe is his mate, since she's lacking the horns. Once again, she was very skittish, and I couldn't get too close of a shot with her. Another quick note about the animals is you cannot befriend and feed the older species, but you can their young. Next here we have a HEXICORN. I think he's about my favorite on this planet. He's pretty cool looking. He got the big old horn, a completely unnecessarily large-sized horn. He got some kind of complex, and his cute mate with their 6 legs, which seem to function pretty well for having 6 legs. And of course, lastly, we have our 2 birds that we found on the planet, the LALA-SOON. That one's for Gundam fans out there. And we have the basic moo bat. I went crazy with the moo names. I couldn't help it. They were just flying out so easy. But once again, that's all we have, Hitchhikers. So remember to stick your thumb out and subscribe if you want to hitch a ride with me, Mindless Bile, to the center of the galaxy.